Hey everyone, I've been experiencing some changes at work lately that has affected me emotionally more than I expected. Right, Suki? And at the end of the workday, I just found myself emotionally drained from everything that was going on. I'm reminded of this framework that I came across during graduate school that I'm going to be sharing in this video. But before we do that, let's set some context with scenarios. Have you found yourself in a heated discussion with a colleague? Feeling frustrated by someone's reaction in a meeting? Or you wondered why workplace conflicts seem to spiral out of control? Today, we're diving into the ruler framework, a theory driven approach to managing emotions and conflict at the workplace. Ruler stands for five core emotional skills: recognize, understand, label, express, and regulate. And this is usually taught to children at schools because they are at the appropriate age of learning how to label what they're feeling and how to safely express their emotions. And it's just so funny to me that adults in the workplace also need these skills. You'll come across people who don't have this kind of skills whatsoever. Ruler helps you develop what researchers call the growth mindset about emotions. Instead of thinking emotions have no place at work, or I'm just not good with people, Ruler says emotions matter for learning and decision making. So, what can I do about it? So, first, recognize. Recognition is about accurately picking up on recognition is about accurately picking up on emotions, both your own and other people. Now, this isn't just about obvious stuff like crying or shouting. This is about noticing subtle signs. Think about the slight change in someone's voice during a voice call, or the way a colleague's shoulder tense up when certain topics come up, or that feeling in your own stomach when you're about to give difficult feedback. Here's a real example. Let's say that you're in a meeting and you notice that your usual chatty colleague named Suki has been unusually quiet. Her body language is closed off and she's not making eye contact. Recognition means that you're actually noticing these signals instead of plowing ahead with the agenda if you're the one that's leading the meeting. Second is understand. Understanding is about getting to the why behind emotions. When you recognize that Suki seems upset, understanding helps you think through about what might be causing it. Maybe she's overwhelmed with her workload. Maybe she disagrees with the project direction. Or maybe something happens to her personally that's affecting her focus. This skill is especially crucial when dealing with someone with lower emotional intelligence. Instead of getting frustrated when someone reacts poorly to a feedback, understanding helps you think, what's driving this reaction? Are they feeling threatened, embarrassed, or overwhelmed? Third is label. Labeling is where things get really interesting. Most of us have a pretty limited emotional vocabulary. We say we're fine when we're actually anxious, or we're frustrated when we're actually overwhelmed or disappointed. Ruler uses something called the mood maker. Imagine a graph where you plot emotions based on how pleasant or unpleasant they feel and how much energy they carry. So instead of just saying, I'm stressed, you might realize you're actually feeling defeated, which is this low energy, unpleasant feeling. Or you're feeling overwhelmed, which is this high energy, but also unpleasant. Being precise about what you're actually feeling helps you to communicate more effectively and also helps you to choose better responses. Fourth is express. Expression is about knowing when and how to share your emotions appropriately. This doesn't mean that you should start crying in meetings, although you could, depending on your relationship with that person, or that you should start shouting. It's about strategic, thoughtful expression that serves your goals and that respects your workplace culture. For example, if you're feeling frustrated with a project timeline, expressing might look like, I'm feeling concerned about our current pace because I want to make sure we deliver quality work. Can we talk about adjusting the timeline or resources? Fifth is regulate. Regulation is, I think, the most powerful skill. Think about it as managing your emotional reactions to achieve your goals. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to suppress your emotions or pretending that everything is fine. It's about accepting your emotions and then choosing how you can best respond. Let's say you're dealing with a colleague who consistently interrupts you in meetings. The regulation skill helps you pause, acknowledge your irritation, and then choose a response that's likely to be effective. Maybe speaking with them privately after the meeting rather than snapping at them in front of everyone. We've all worked with someone who seems to have zero emotional awareness. And I'm sure one name, at least one name would come up. but just keep it in your heart. Maybe they make insensitive comments, or they cannot read the room, or they react poorly to any kind of feedback. Ruler can help you navigate these situations without losing your mind. The best thing about Ruler is that it's not just about managing other people's emotions, it's about developing your own emotional intelligence. Here are some practical ways that you can build these skills. Start with self awareness. Set reminders throughout the day to check in with yourself. What am I feeling right now? What is my energy level? What's driving these emotions? Expand your emotional vocabulary. Instead of defaulting to I'm feeling good, bad, fine, or stressed, try to get more specific. Are you feeling accomplished, content, optimistic, or energized? Or are you feeling anxious, disappointed, frustrated, or burnout? I really like the mindfulness app on Apple Watch. Any point throughout the day, it will have a reminder for me to check in with my feelings. I can first rate my feelings from unpleasant to pleasant, which helps me to recognize my emotion. And then I can also name all of my emotions, which helps me to label what exactly am I feeling. Practice the pause. When you're feeling a strong emotional reaction, try to pause before responding. Take a deep breath, identify what you're feeling, and then choose your response. Seek feedback. Ask trusted colleagues how you come across in different situations. Sometimes we think we're being clear or calm when we're actually sending different signals. I think that conflict often escalates because we are operating from different emotional states without even realizing it. Someone might be defending their idea because they are anxious about their work performance, while the other person is pushing back because they are just feeling overwhelmed with their workload. Ruler helps you step back and see all these emotional undercurrents. Instead of just focusing on surface level disagreement, you can address the emotional needs that are driving the conflict. What's your biggest emotional challenge that has happened to you recently, either at work or in life? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, let me know what other topics that you want me to talk about. Thanks for watching. Bye.